Well, good morning. Today's date is April 27th, 2022. My name is Anthony for J&A, exposing corruption at its finest. The topic of today is, what are our board members doing to stop Lawrence Guyver? There has been many complaints about Lawrence Guyver and people getting wrongfully terminated that have experience in the working place of transit. And she's hired people that have no experience. So the topic today is, what is Glenn Miller, chair of Indio, doing? What is Nancy Ross, Cathedral City? Russell Bates of Desert Hot Springs clearly shows on the board meeting that he looked like he didn't even care. He was sleeping, or he didn't really care of what we were doing and speaking on public comments. Robert Ratty of La Quinta, Charles Townsend of Rancho Mirage, Lisa Middleton, vice chair of Palm Springs, Denise Delgado of Coachella, Dana Reed of Indian Wells, Catherine Kelly of Palm Desert, Manuel Perez of Riverside County. Okay, we need to put the pressure on these board members. We need to call them. We need to find out, why are they allowing our taxpayers' dollars to be spent on lawsuits, multiple lawsuits, because they're not fixing broken driver seats. I know the topic has been more than 5 years. Unsafe working conditions. How do they continue to push forward and keep this lady in power? We are campaigning to get employees that have worked there, that have been mistreated, to come on the channel and expose Lawrence Guyver for who she really is. Brittany is not very nice to the employees. There's multiple people that have been fired and have lawsuits against them, but the board knows about this. Why is the board members allowing us taxpayers to pay taxpayers' money for lawsuits, multiple lawsuits, because you have a dictator, you have a lady that doesn't care, because it's not her money that she's spending, it's our taxpayers' money that she's spending. I think if we start this movement to get each of these board members held accountable for having this lady in power. We are here to expose corruption and unsafe working conditions at Sunline Transit Agency in Thousand Palms. I'm not afraid to speak up, because I've been coming to you guys, the board members, after meeting after meeting, and it sounds like it's just a broken record. You guys seem to do what you want to do and spend the money that you want to spend. You guys need to be held accountable for your actions. And if you have a leader in there that's being a part of this problem, you guys all need to be put up on notice, and maybe even charges filed against you for wasting taxpayers' money. So I believe that the next step would be contacting all agencies that are pertaining to who's Sunline getting the money from. I know Riverside Transit Commission need to be notified on improper use of taxpayers' money. You guys, enough is enough, and we only got here for change because we're tired. We cannot work with this GM, and you guys continue to give her contracts. You continue to allow her to mistreat us as employees. And even the existing employees. I'm sure if we had a Freedom of Information Act and we found out all the employees that were terminated that had transit experience, many, many years of experience, but this dictator would not allow them to make changes without going through her. This transit agency is falling apart. There's more than 40 drivers that have quit. The public is the one to suffer. There's no buses. The buses are running late. The drivers have to take being spit on, being yelled at. Why? Because our leader is running this company to the ground. You board members are liable for her actions because you know about it. So I want to speak to the public. Contact each of these individuals, reach out to them and let them know why are they spending your taxpayers' money? Why are improvements only being made to buildings that are half empty or half full? Millions and millions of dollars of taxpayers' money went into buying this hydrogen fuel plant that's broke down half the time. So these buses are not staying on the road because they're being towed in because they're broke down. The system is failing, and you board members are going to be held accountable for your actions. If you don't take actions now and bring in a temporary leader to get this place back in order, Sunline will crumble. Sunline Transit will crumble at the feet of the hands of you guys. Lawrence Skyver, Glenn, Nancy, Russell Bates, City of Desert Hot Springs, Robert Ratty, La Quinta, Charles Townsend of Rancho Mirage, Lisa Middleton, Vice Chair of Palm Springs, Denise Delgado, Coachella, Dana Reed of Indian Wells, Catherine Kelly of Palm Desert, Kathleen Kelly of Palm Desert, Victor Manuel Perez of Riverside County. The only ones that ever showed any interest of any sort was Manuel Perez and Russell Bates. But, and Dana Reed spoke on something because he has some transit experience and he's pretty knowledgeable. So I think he sees what's really going on. You guys are going to be held accountable. And believe me, the time of your election, it's going to be known that you contributed to a failing system for the public on taxpayers' account. I've had run-ins with several passengers and they're not happy with the service. The bus shows up, bus breaks down. People are not getting to work. Sunline would not allow us to be late if we rode public transit. We would lose our job. So how come it's okay for the public to suffer on not being able to get to work, and on the account, the drivers have to take the heat? The drivers are on broken seats that are hurting our backs. They got Dr. Fountain that's corrupted. He's part of the mafia. He's part of the clique at Sunline. Doctors over there, if you bring them under oath and you find out they're doctors, they tell us that Sunline will get mad if I take you out of work. We can't get Sunline mad. Why? Because they'll lose the business. And guess what? Because they were probably giving, some of those doctors were giving the drivers proper medical care and putting them off of work until Dr. Fountain, the orthopedic, came in and sent him back to work because he said, there's nothing wrong with you. You got arthritis, or you're like an old broken down car. So the news media will not talk to us that we voted for a strike. So we need our voices heard. If you're not going to expose Sunline for the corruption that they are, we voted for a strike. We are willing to shut this place down for change. This leader is running Sunline to the ground. I would like to put this out there to have an independent audit of what's transpiring at Sunline and all the individuals that have been fired, that have now seek legal counsel because they were treated wrong and bullied. I think now our voices will be heard. I'm not afraid. I'm standing up to the plate because it's something that has affected me for years. The poor working conditions and the hate and animosity that they show us and bullying that they show us. Nobody wants to hear us, and now we will be heard. If you're an individual out there that has been mistreated by Sunline and have been fired and have been mistreated and bullied, I'd like to hear your story. We could bring you on a Zoom and you can help us expose the corruption at Sunline. It's not just this happy place. All the media, oh yeah, it's such a happy place. Okay, I've been here 26 years and 15, 20, 25 never been acknowledged, but you got leaders of their clique, their little mafia that promoted into the $100,000 positions that don't have any experience in transit. You have them being acknowledged for 5 years of service. That's to show you a slap in the operator's face. Now, from this day forward, I want to see what you board members do to fix the problem. You will be held accountable for your own actions. You will be held accountable for your own actions. This campaign has just started and it's going to continue till we get change here at Sunline Transit. I'm Anthony from J&A, exposing corruption at its finest. We're out. Have a great day.